Hi everyone, so I'm back again after a very long break, and I was correcting the writing task 1 essay for IELTS when something caught my eye. I realized that in this essay, the word aged has been repeated a lot. As you can see, it has been repeated a lot. And I decided to talk about how to talk about age. What are the different ways? What are the different structures that we can use to talk about age? There are a lot of ways, and it will come in handy when you're going to talk about age more than 2 or 3 times in your essays. And you will have to use different structures in order to use to show a wider range of grammar. All right. So let's consider the number 15 as an age. Let's see how many different ways there are to say a person's age using that number. All right. The first one and the easiest one is the one you already know. He is 15 years old. The second one is using this as an adjective. Using this together as an adjective. He is a 15-year-old boy. Okay, so we use this as an adjective, and as you see, because it's an adjective, we do not have the plural s, 15-year-old, not 15 years old, and we have hyphens, okay, to make it all a compound word, one word. He is a 15-year-old boy. All right. Now, if there are more than one person, I mean, if we have 10 people, for example, 10 people who are 15 years old, how can we say it? We can say 15-year-olds. 15-year-olds. People who are 15 years old. So 15-year-olds. All right. Or we can say 15-year-old boys. So make this one plural. Okay. So that's how we use age as an adjective. The next one, as you can see in this essay, is using the word aged. Now pay attention that in this essay, these are wrong. This is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. This one is correct. That's because we use the word aged before the number, right? So for example, people aged 15 need to, need to be under the supervision of their parents, as an example. Okay, so aged 15, people aged 15. Now, is there any other way to talk about age? Yeah, definitely there is. The next way is using the decade, not the age itself, the decade. For example, from the age of 10 to the age of 20, right? From the age of 20 to the age of 30, using the decade. The decades are as follows: teens, 20s, 30s, and so on, 40s, 50s. Now, he is the 15-year-old boy. He is in his mid-teens. All right. Now, I'm about 31 years old. Okay. I can say I'm in my early 30s. Okay, I'm in my early 30s. I'm in my mid 30s. I'm in my late 30s. So we can use early, mid, and late plus these. Okay, I'm in my early 30s. He is in his mid 30s, mid 20s. Okay, so we can use these three words plus these decades. That's another way. And here we need a hyphen. Pay attention that we don't need hyphens in when we are talking about 20s, 30s, 40s. We only need it in when we use teens, mid-teens, early teens, late teens. All right. So that's one way. The other one is at the age of something. People at the age of 15, or people below the age of 15, people over the age of 15. That's another way of talking about age. Another way still is using years of age. Actually, the number plus years of age. For example, 15 years of age. So we can say people below or under 20 years of age, or people below 15 years of age, okay, need to be under the supervision of their parents. Let's use 15. Below 15 years of age. Okay, so that's another way, years of age. And at the age of, below the age of, over the age of, or under the age of. Instead of below, you can also use under. And we talked about this one too. And the last one is when we're gonna talk about range. For example, we can say the children range in age from 15 to 25. Okay, so these are the different ways of talking about age. We have a lot of different ways. The first one is the simple one, 15 years old. You can also say 15. He's 15. A 15-year-old boy, using it as an adjective. If it is plural, 15-year-olds or 15-year-old boys. Aged 15, aged 20, aged 25. In my early 20s, in my mid 20s, in my late 20s. Okay, and the last one, not the last one actually, the age of, at the age of, over the age of, under the age of. Number plus years of age, 15 years of age, 20 years of age. And yeah, and the last one, range in age from X to Y, from this number to the other number. All right, now how could we have used this in this essay? For example, if we wanted to talk about this age group, 51 to 65 in IELTS, we could have said people in their early 50s to their mid 60s. Early 50s to their mid 60s. All right, that would have been another way of talking about it and increasing our range of grammar. All right, so these are the different ways of talking about age. I hope you find them useful.